What's up, guys, and welcome back to Car Dealer Simulator. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like on the video. It would be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we started out with 4 vehicles for sale, and it set us up so well that I've decided to do it again today. However, this time, the vehicles are even more expensive. A $52,000 minivan. I mean, it's just insane. So our current objective is still just to reach reputation level 7, and we are very, very close. The first thing we need to do is just get our little sign turned around there, and we're gonna start looking for our next flip. Now, I'd really like to purchase a new type of vehicle today, something we haven't seen before. We saw the Phantom Gale for the first time in the previous episode, but I know there's something else new. There it is, the Phantom Thunder. This might not be the only one that's available, though. Let's make sure we go down to the bottom of the list. Okay, never mind. It actually is. 98,000 miles. It's a 1997 model. Look at that steering wheel, dude. Vintage. Oh, we've got a customer. Okay, I'm going to schedule that meeting. Let's head on out front here, and we'll see what old Vin Diesel has in mind. We've got it listed for 21. His offer is 13. Some of you had told me we don't actually need to backtrack on our asking price. We can just keep asking 21,000 over and over and over again. So I'm going to try that. We'll see if it does anything. It did nothing, unsurprisingly. All right. Well, you know what? I'm just going to hoof it, I think, to this guy over here. It's relatively close. Never mind. Is it the same vehicle too? Oh, that's fantastic. What's going on? How we doing today, sir? All right, I'm gonna go 20,500. Would you do that? No, 16,800 now. What about 20,250? Okay, we're slowly but surely getting there. 20,000. 18,700. Do I want to let it go for that much? Yes. I know for a fact.
All right, partner. That's the good deal.
That's the good deal. That is the good deal, my man. I know for a fact we picked it up for much, much less than that, so I'm not super worried. 24,000 is what we're asking. She's offering 16,69. Nice. How about 23,500? She ain't budging. 23. 17,300 now. Okay. How about 22,500? Now 18. Yep. I can do that. I can do that. One of these vans, it might have actually been the red one. I had to go out and pick up a shock absorber. I couldn't even drive that thing to the dealership. I had to use our little flatbed deal over there, which apparently we can hook up the dolly behind as well, and we could tow 2 vehicles at once if we ever needed to do that. We're asking 52. She's proposed 39. How about 51? Okay, still 39. What about 50? Almost did 59. 50,000. Okay, now 41. I'm having a hard time remembering what I scooped this up for. I can guarantee you it wasn't 40 G's, though. How about 48, ma'am? Okay, now 42. I also realize, I'm just gonna go ahead and accept that. I realize that if we wait around for the right customer, someone will come along and just give us our asking price, which is great, but we have to wait for the right person in order to do that, and we don't have that time. We just don't. So we've only got 1 vehicle left, but we've leveled up yet again. We've got new vehicles. I'm sure I didn't even read the pop-up on the screen. I was too busy yapping, and I'm sure. Yeah, it looks like we've got new upgrades as well. Office level 3. What's new with that? You know what? We'll look at this in a second. We got a live one. We got a customer out here looking at this. What could be an Acura? No idea. Kind of. There it is. 31 on the dot. Arthur. Thank you so much.
All right, partner.
That's the great price. Yeah, the voice acting is impeccable. It really is. $179,000 chilling in the back pocket, ladies and gents. We are LIVIN, living like Larry. All right, requirements have been met. I think body shop level 3 and mechanical workshop level 2. We've got that. And that's going to give us a bigger office and parking lot with a concrete surface. Cool. Car display platform, also cool. Storage expansion and a new tool, the repair machine. That's big, ladies and gents. 35 grand. That is a very, very small price to pay. I don't even need to see all that. Ain't care.
That's it. More
Let's listen to
space
what
means more
Little
rides for
Sam
sale.
has to say.
Now you just gotta fill it up. Chop chop. Time is money.
Time is money. I have learned that the hard way. So yeah, we could just select any old vehicle and put it on display inside of the dealership now. That is crazy. Best cars. I wonder if we can change that sign. Honestly, it does kind of make sense. We do be selling the best cars here. Looks good. Oh, and customers are going to walk inside now. Dope. That's really cool too. Okay, our new goal is to reach rep level 10. It's gonna take us a while to get there, but look at all the additional parking spaces now. What do we have? 8 of these things? Am I not counting right? No, I'm not counting right. That's fine. Now watch this. I'm gonna have walked all the way out here for this vehicle, only to learn that it cannot be driven, just like one of those vans. Hopefully, that's not the case. I am really excited about the whole repairing parts thing, though. If you guys remember, we could replace parts now, but we have to purchase brand new ones from the shop, and he's almost always closed when we need to go grab stuff from him. So, hopefully, now that we can just repair things, our life will be a little bit easier. 12? Really? That seems pretty low considering there's got to be something wrong with it. Let's see if she would go for 8,500 bucks. Okay, 10,600. She's not a fan of that. What about 9,000? There we go. We're getting warmer. 9,250. We're going to settle for 9,600.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Moment of truth. It runs. It runs and it drives. A little bit of a backfire there. Ooh, wow. Although it does drive, it's not happy about it. We're shooting flames out the tailpipes, dude. That's not great. I didn't really pay attention to the scan either as to what may be wrong with it, so let's pull it in here. We'll give her another quick look-see. What do we got? Looks like exhaust manifold, exhaust resonator, exhaust muffler, bad. Shock absorber left front, bad. Suspension pin right front, also bad. I'm thinking maybe if it's in the red, right? If a component is in the red, we should probably either replace or repair it. Preferably repair, right? That's probably the cheapest option. So is that something that we do in here? It's got to be over there. It's just got to be. I don't remember that second stall being there before either. That seems to be new. Okay, how does this work? Oh, we remove parts and we put them in the repair machine. So we can't actually work on our vehicle out here. Got you. Use the warehouse to free up space in your inventory. Approach a shelf to interact with it. Oh, there's shelves in here? Ah, I see. Okay. Okay. Does this mean you don't think we could, like, part out vehicles now? Do you? That would be kind of nice, too. Say we get something that just needs a little bit of TLC. We go out and find maybe worse condition one. We tear all the parts off of the worst one, repair them all, and then we have a bunch of extra parts to choose from for the slightly nicer one. If that makes a lick of sense whatsoever. I feel like I'm just talking in circles today, but unfortunately I'm on a bit of a time crunch. I don't have a ton of time today, but we're gonna do what we can, you know? We're gonna try our very best. Okay, let's pull this report back up. Exhaust manifold, exhaust resonator. Got you. So manifold's gonna be right yonder, and we've got to unscrew all of this. It's cool. You know what? I'm not even gonna complain. I'm not even going to complain because I know down at the store where we buy all the new parts, there is a $6,000 impact gun. kind of thinking we should cop that, right? Especially if we're gonna have to start doing a little bit more of this stuff. That would be nice. Okay. Manifold, gone. Resonator, I guess that's what they call this. Okay. I think IRL, a resonator is actually, it's like a, it's more or less like a muffler, which this vehicle doesn't appear to have. Just exhaust straight into the cat and straight out the tailpipe. That's cool. To each their own, you know? And then, oh, this is what they're considering the muffler. Does it actually have? It does have a muffler at the... Whoa, what the heck? It does have a muffler at the rear. You can just barely see it back there. So not the tailpipe, but this guy here. Just slides right off. Nice and simple. Okay, so we've got those three. And then we need shock absorber left front and suspension pin right front. If I were a suspension pin, oh, that's what they're calling the ball joint. Okay. I'm gonna learn all these new names for things someday. Would probably be in their best interest though to refer to parts as what they're actually referred to as, you know what I'm saying? Sort of just adds to the confusion. And then shock absorber left front is the last one, which is gonna be this guy. So we've got to do these top hat nuts here, nuts and bolts, I guess. And then this for the sway bar. Pop that out. We've just got these two bolts right down yonder. Easy. Okay. So now that we have all those parts in our inventory, I think we're gonna run on over here and see if we can't just yeet these things into this machine. So that, we slide over. We can't just like click and drag. Oh, we can multi-select though. Nice. Okay. Is that all we had to do? We got to start this thing. There it is. Dude, it's like a rock tumbler. It's not a sandblaster necessarily. I'm sure there's just like some sort of medium inside this chamber, and we're just rotating the parts around in that medium, in that grit. And it's gonna repair them. Allegedly. It's gonna take 6 minutes though, so to kill some time, I suppose... Right. We're not gonna be able to drive the vehicle now that we've removed some key components. So... on to the next then. This one doesn't look too bad. It's not rusty at all in the photos, which is a good sign. Interior looks very clean as well. It does say visual condition poor, but maybe it just needs a little bit of a spit shine. Production year 1998. That was a great year. I remember it well. I lied, by the way. I don't remember it well. I was born that year. Ain't no way I could remember that far back. Unfortunately, this one is a little bit further away than our previous one. So we're gonna grab our sick tow rig and head that direction. Here we are. I'm gonna try to put this in a semi-decent location. I've learned not to extend the ramps until we have the vehicle behind it. It kind of like messes up the claw mechanism. Where did all this rust come from? Lady, you realize your listing showed a vehicle with 0 rust. Maybe it was just an old photo. Old photos, potentially. Okay, doesn't seem too bad though. No exhaust holes. Market value is 11,000. She's asking for 10. Would you take 7,500 bucks? Pay now 91. She really didn't appreciate that. What about 77.50? Okay, now 85. Tell you what, ma'am, since you've been so nice to me, I'll do 8 grand. All right, 8,400 bucks. That's a steal. Does it drive?
Good job. Good job.
It does drive.
Yeah.
I kind of want to find another vehicle that doesn't, just so you guys can see, you know, what that looks like. But let's extend these ramps, and then we need to put that back down first. Okay. I stand corrected. The ramps had nothing to do with it. Maybe the vehicle just needs to be a little further back. We'll try the claw again. Why? Why you no work? Is the angle wrong? Okay, now we'll put that back. Grab the hook, and it just works all of a sudden. Couldn't tell you why. Could not tell you why, but there we go. We've got her up there. Let's bring those ramps back in. Put that thing away, and we will hit the road. Let's head back to the dealership. Park this thing up real quick like. Grab our little remote, extend those ramps, and then we can back that thing on into the wash bay. It's a shame that Paul's off the... Ooh, that was perfect. Beautiful. That rarely happens. But it's a shame that Paul isn't around, otherwise we could have him help us out with this rust. We'll grab that hook, put that thing back. I want to see if these parts are done. It looks like they might be all 100%. Okay, new meta. New meta. Just tear every single part off the vehicle, chuck it in the machine, and wait a couple minutes for it to work its magic. You've got an entirely brand new vehicle. Or maybe you can't remove every single component. I don't actually know how that works. But we need assembly mode, which is this guy. And we can start to get these things reinstalled onto our vehicle. You know what else kind of is a major bummer here? Today's Saturday. The store is already closed, and since tomorrow is Sunday, that means we're not going to be able to purchase any license restoration kits, any exhaust tape, or any brand spanking new parts. Say we get a vehicle that just doesn't have a particular part. That sucks. That does suck. But it's all right. You know what? We'll make do. If we need to sell a vehicle that's not in operating condition, so be it. I mean, we've bought vehicles like that, or I guess a vehicle like that before. Just a couple more of these though. Another bummer is that we can't get that $6,000 impact gun now. It's all right. It's all right. I'm really trying to not complain. We've got it pretty good here, to be honest. We're making some good money. Why does that keep happening? I just need to be able to see the muffler. Oh, and now we've got to go back to assemble. Okay. Got that. Slide that right back on there. Perfect. And last but certainly not least, we'll get this left side shock absorber reinstalled. I am just curious to see how that impact works, though. Because the wrench ain't it. It's a lot of work. Okay, let's check the report. Make sure we've got all of our parts back on there. You know what? There is, or are, exhaust holes. And they're usually on the cap. Thankfully, we do have a little bit of tape left. I made sure to re-up. Bought us a little bit more to use. Perfect. Okay. Let's get this thing put back onto the, back onto the ground. And then, you know what? I'm probably going to have to move this. We're going to wash this sucker up, clean the rust off, maybe respray it, I guess, if we feel like we need to. And then we're going to do the exact same procedure to that other vehicle as well. All right. Now that both of our vehicles have had a nice spit shine and all the rust has been repaired, I'm going to go through this vehicle and see, you know, if any components are in the red. We're going to pop them out and go and repair them. But before we do that, this vehicle over here needs a color change, and we're gonna go with red. Why? Because red equals fast. Even if that vehicle isn't fast, I feel like it sort of deserves to at least look the part, right? So we're gonna hoist this sucker up into the air, and we'll take a gander, see what we're looking at. Okay, once again, exhaust resonator, exhaust muffler, bad. Brake caliper, left front, also in the red. So left front is going to be over here. And we're going to have to remove the wheel in order to get to that. There we go. Caliper's coming off. And then what else was it? Resonator and muffler. Okay, so muffler's at the back, we learned. That's where they put these. Not every vehicle's muffler is going to be right there. I just feel like I have to say that. And then the resonator is apparently this piece of it. 2 bolts. Whoops. Since this is less parts than we did last time around, and also they're not in as bad of condition. I'm hoping, oh, we can only put 10, I didn't notice that before. We can only put 10 things in at a time. But I'm hoping that this will go a little bit faster. Slightly, the last one was a little over 6 minutes. This one's just barely over 5. Let's see how this sucker's looking now. Oh yeah, dude. See, that's what this vehicle needed. Let me give it a quick scan here. See what we're working with. So we bought it for $9,600. It's already got a new market value of $18,000. We don't really have to do much else to it apart from maybe rolling back the odometer. I like doing the smaller digits first. A lot of you were telling me that's maybe not the best way to go about it. You were worried that, you know, it's gonna spin up this tool too much and then we're not gonna have any left in the tank to do the higher digits. However, because AC/DC, I would much rather prefer to see a bunch of zeros on here than just starting with the highest digit and seeing how far you can get. See, like this one, we can roll it back a ways, and it's not even doing anything to our little dial down there. So it's just starting to move a little bit faster. That's it. 90,000 on the dot. I'll take it. Works for me. So we're gonna go park this slab up front, take our pictures of it, and hopefully by the time we're done listing it, you know what? I'm gonna park it up a little further. Front row. Wait a minute. No. You know what we should be doing is putting it on display inside. No? I mean, this vehicle deserves it. It really does. Do we have to have photos? Hang on. What does that say? Only cars marked for sale, in the ad portal can be put there. So we need our handy dandy tablet. Let's do our photos real quick. That way we can create the listing. That's another thing too. You can't make a listing unless you have photos of it. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to, you know, be able to hire somebody. What am I looking for? Car shop. Be able to hire somebody to just take photos. We have to put it in the front lineup first? Really? Why do I feel like that shouldn't matter? But okay. So we will park this slab right here. Now if we go inside, what? Just you wait. This time for sure. We'll be able to create our listing. Market value 19,900. So let's try 25,000. Okay, still green. 26,000. Now in the yellow. That's the perfect price. Beautiful. It's not the most expensive vehicle we've ever had, but it's something. And now we can get that Phantom Thunder. Heck of a name. Put up on our rotating platform. That looks incredible. That looks incredible. You know what? I think I got to get a photo of this thing in here. Oh. Okay, he's not impressed, but that's okay. The car's not meant for you, bud. And right there. That's it. Sorry, I had to get a thumbnail, right? Dude, bro, does appear to be interested, though. 17, huh? How about 26? Okay, 17. How about 26? Wait, still 17? How about 26? Okay. Get out of here. Get out of my dealership. We've still got to go claim these parts. Okay, 10 seconds. I can wait 10 seconds. Got more people walking up into the showroom, though. I love that little spinny, you know, rotating platform. I think that's really neat. Go. She's unlocked. We've got our 3 parts right here. Perfect. And another customer inside. Hopefully, this person's just going to give us our asking price. That would be nice. Afternoon, ma'am. How we doing? 19. Okay, how about 26? 19? 26. Oh, wait. Have you thought about maybe 26? Okay. Well, scram. Get lost. Now we can park this one up front. We do have another customer inside. Whoops. But I want to get our photos taken in this real quick. Like that way we can just sort of list it and be done with it. I did manage to roll back the odometer to 30,000 miles on the nose. which is good. Hang on, sir. I'll be with you in... Yep, give me a second, okay? You better be just down to give me my asking price as well. He's just gonna keep blabbing over there. Let's try 21,000. 22,000. Now in the yellow. Got him. Okay, I hear you, man. I'm right here. 18, huh? Have you considered 26? 18, huh? Have you considered 26? 18, huh? Have you... Dude! What is with these people? I thought for sure, like, having a vehicle on a platform like this, on a pedestal, if you will, would sort of, like, incentivize people to just pay our asking price, but obviously that's not the case. At least now we've got this other vehicle listed and ready to be sold too. Again, it's a shame it's Sunday, otherwise I would go to the parts place, pick up some license plate repair kits and that drill I've been yammering on about. It'll happen. Unfortunately, it's gonna happen tomorrow. You know what? Let's actually look for our next purchase for tomorrow. Got another Phantom Thunder. Ooh, 2 Phantom Thunders actually. Another 98 with only 82,000 miles on it. I'm pretty sure we unlocked another new vehicle though, so I kind of want to scroll down here real quick like and see if we couldn't spot it. Zen Motors Journey. That's new. Hang on, let's make sure there aren't any others in here. Looks like that's it. Okay, 27,000. We'll see you here in just a few minutes. It's gonna be this lady right out yonder. Ma'am, please. Just give me my asking price. Deal. Done. Sold. See how easy that is? It's incredible. Oh, and that thing's kind of a ways away. We're gonna get the tow truck. We're gonna get the tow rig for this one, for sure. If I'm not mistaken, this is the exact same location as the last one. The last one we needed the tow rig for. I should probably scan it first. 28,000. Doesn't have an exhaust tailpipe, which means we're gonna have to... You know what? This is okay. We're gonna have to go buy one from the store. They're obviously not open today. We were gonna do that tomorrow anyways. So hopefully I'll just sort of remember that we need to do that. I don't know what this vehicle's supposed to be like based off of IRL, but it looks pretty clean. I mean, there doesn't appear to be any rust on it. What was the retail? 28.5. Okay, so we just want to, we just want to stay under 28.5. He's already listed it at 27.5. So would you take 22.5? No? Ooh, 23 though. He came down. He came down a lot.
Let me think.
Let's do 22.750, my man. Okay, 22.8. I can do 22.8. 22.807. Done deal. Thank you, sir. Now,
Sounds reasonable.
I realize it's only missing the exhaust, but it still might not be drivable just because of that. Yep. Unreal. It's a good thing we brought the tow rig, though. I'm just going to put her in reverse Terry a little bit further. Grab our little remote here. There we are. And hopefully the vehicle is far enough away to where we can just hook this up. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And yoink her up onto the flatbed. Nice. Okay. Whoops. Bring those ramps back in. And back to the dealership. You know, this thing's so clean already, I doubt that it needs to be rinsed off. Let's put those ramps down. Hopefully we're going to be able to get it into just the right location. I feel like I'm maybe too far back. Oh, no, I'm not far enough. Let's bring those ramps in. We'll put that thing away, grab this here hook, put that thing back. And then since the vehicle can't drive, I'm just going to give it a little love tap. Just a little love tap to hopefully get it to where it needs to be. Is that good? We did good. Perfect. Up on the hoist with you. Let's go put this thing away. And we've got a customer. Oh, okay. Shut the door in my face, why don't you? That's fine. We've got a customer in here waiting. 17? Have you considered 26? Okay, I realize that you're offering 17. Have you considered 25, 750? Have you maybe considered 25? She says, that's too expensive. I can offer a maximum of 19.5. Sorry, lady. You don't know what I had to do to get this vehicle in here, okay? I am not letting it go for that little. It's just not happening. You know what? We're not even going to be able to... Did it have exhaust holes? It has 5 of them. Wow. Yeah, it is definitely missing that exhaust tailpipe, so we're going to have to get one of those. We could remove all those other parts that are bad and get them cleaned up. I don't know if we can put batteries in that little rock tumbler, but we could try it. The worst thing that could happen is it doesn't work, and then we just have to buy another battery from the store tomorrow. It's really not that bad. Holy exhaust holes, Batman. Is that all of them? Guess so. Okay, so that's fixed. Again, we're just going to go down the list. Anything that's red, we're going to remove and chuck in the rock tumbler. After we see what this guy's offering us. Afternoon. $26,000. He's good with that. Thank you so much, Ronald.
Okay.
Good. Right. All right. Appreciate the business. Back to our most recent purchase. Unfortunately, the engine and the radiator are both in the red, but for us to be able to repair those, we kind of need a workshop upgrade. I'm assuming that's what we're going to unlock at rep level 10. I really don't know for sure. I did have to take a lot of other stuff off just to get to certain things, so it should be pretty easy though. When we chuck everything in the rock tumbler, it should be pretty easy to tell, you know, what's really needing to be fixed and what's not. Yeah, here we go. It shows the percentage. So anything that's red, we're gonna put in here. Got a brake caliper. That's the muffler. The catalytic converter, even though we taped it, we're still gonna have to repair. And would a rock tumbler fix a battery? Apparently it will. You know what? That's great. Let's get this thing started. It's gonna take a little over 6 minutes again.
Later.
Well, I bought another one. The neighbor put it up for sale, dude, when I was twiddling my thumbs, and I couldn't say no. It does need a little bit of work. Of course, we still have this thing stuck up on the hoist because it needs a tailpipe. So, we're gonna hop in, old girl, and we're gonna head to the store as soon as we find Dude Bro and take him out. There he is. Hey, bud. See ya. Sorry, I'd love to stay and chat, but I gotta go buy a tailpipe and maybe like a licensed repair kit and maybe like an impact gun. Couple of things, nothing. Morning, buddy. Hey, missed you yesterday, but that's all right. You're open today. $6 grand. Electric screwdriver is what they call it. I'd call it like an impact gun, something like that. Impact wrench. Repair machine. An additional machine used to repair worn out parts. Office upgrade level 4 is required, so we're not going to get that. I think the other vehicle that we have still up on the hoist does have a clean license plate, so we're probably good there. We'll just get the one. And then we need an exhaust tailpipe. You know what? They don't even sell every single part. They don't. It doesn't exist. They only sell certain things. Noted. Alrighty. Anyways, $100. Thank you so much, sir. You have a fantastic rest of your day. Oh. This car, man, it's turned me into an animal. I don't even know who I am anymore. There we go. License plate fixed. We were smart to not buy one for that because it don't need it. Let's head underneath here. Switch to assembly mode. Just the exhaust pipe. All of that. Oh. I see. Okay, that was worth, honestly, more than $6 grand. I would have paid at least 10 for that. But there we go. Now we don't have to do the actual wrenching motion. The impact gets on it and and does all the heavy lifting for us. So, let's drop her down. And then I'm pretty sure if I remember right, it needs to be polished. Yeah, it's been washed. It just needs to be polished. Everything else, though, is fine. Like I said, unfortunately, we can't do anything with the engine or... Oh, it wasn't the clutch either. It was the radiator. My bad. I misspoke earlier. I did go ahead and roll back the odometer, though, so we're looking good there. I'm going to pull it up into the parking space. No, we're not. I just said that we need to polish it, so I'm going to put her in reverse Terry. And we'll just back her into the wash bay. I'm curious to see what this red car really needs, though. Rust has been repaired. Okay, good. Yeah, it just says cover the car with wax now. Solid. Rust has been repaired. License plate has been restored. Let's give her a quick scannerooski and see what we're working with. Lots of parts, actually. Lots of parts need to be taken off of this, but now that we've got that impact, not that big of a deal. So we'll leave it up in the air. We'll get to it here momentarily. There's no rust on this thing either. It really just needs... I say this normally about every car, but a quick spit shine. I only just listed this thing and we've already got somebody interested in it. We listed it for 46. This dude's offering 31. I could do 45.5 for you, sir. Okay, not really budging from that. I'll do 44. 44,000 final offer. All right, scram. Get out of town. Surprisingly, the only thing that this vehicle really needed was replacement brakes. Front and rear, left and right. The entire brake system, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and move all of those over. We can't fit everything in. Oh, you know what? This actually didn't need to get fixed. So now let's move those two over. Beautiful. These didn't either. I'm going to leave them in there. I'm going to leave them in there anyways. It's only going to help our final dollar amount, I think. 6.5 minutes from now, we'll be able to retrieve that stuff, get it all put back onto this machine. We'll get it listed for sale as well. And then I got a skedaddle. Lady, if it's not our asking price, you'd better beat it. Okay? Not like that. Don't be weird. 30,000. Yeah, sorry. I'm not even going to try to negotiate with you. That one, we really need to get our money's worth out of it. I mean, I had to go get a brand spanking new tailpipe just for it and repair a whole bunch of other stuff. We've got another live one. Oh, it's you. Oh, hopefully you don't remember when I clipped your ankles earlier and made you go rolling down the street. Looks like you do. Okay, offering 29. Sorry about it. Our red coupe is finally finished. So I'm gonna get a photo of the back like so, and a photo of the front like that, so we can go list it. Ma'am, what are you hooting and hollering about? 29? What is with these people, dude? Maybe I need to put it on the pedestal in there. I don't know. We're gonna get our Phantom Thunder listed for sale. Nice bright red color because red equals fast. Let's try 25,000. Okay, that's maybe a bit too much. Dude, it has brand new brakes. We should be able to ask for like a little bit more. 24 it is. 24,000 it is. And I did make sure to roll back the odometer. All the rust has been taken care of on both of them, of course. I wouldn't sell them otherwise. 33, hey, that's a little bit better. But still not good enough. Beverly, try again some other time. Here we go. Just pulled this thing up and we've already got an offer. You're $10,000 shy of my asking price. I don't know if you knew that. Would you do 23,000? Now 18. Would you do 22,000? 20,000. Okay, you realize it has brand new brakes, right? Could you do 21,000? Okay, well, see you some other time. Probably, if she ever even comes back. Hey! What do you got, ma'am? What are you thinking? 14 again. No. I'm not even gonna counter offer these people when they're $10,000 shy of my asking price. Let me give this a quick scan just so you guys can see what we're really working with here. I realize the engine and the radiator they're in pretty bad shape, and so is the clutch. Also, 3 exhaust holes. I could have swore we replaced the entire... Oh, no. Catalytic converter. That was the other vehicle. But I mean, 100% throughout the entire brake system. That's got to count for something, right? Afternoon, ma'am. Make me an offer. It's listed for 46. Your offer is 35. Again, dude, like $10,000 shy of what we're asking for it. Would you be able to do 44 and a half? Okay, it's now 37. Could you do 44 exactly? Could you do 42 and a half? Now 39. What about a gift? You like candy? Oh, thanks for the offer. What will be the price? 42 and a half. Still 39. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We paid a lot less than that for it, and I think we only paid like $7,500 on this. Let me give that another quick scan. I swear it was only, yeah, $7,300. So maybe we do let this go for a little bit less. We'll see. One of these two dudes is going to be interested in it. You know they are, dude. Muscle car. It's red. It's a coupe. 2 doors. What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? Daniel, and he's down to pay the asking price, $24,000. Daniel, thank you so very much.
Good.
Thank you. We're ending out the day, ladies and gents, with $201,000. Again, like I said, I do have to skedaddle, so on that note, that is where we're going to have to wind things down at for today. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.